Hello, you're welcome back to Quiver Analytics, and in this video we will talk about simple macros in Microsoft Excel. Now macros are basic. They are um, used in, macros are what you used in to solve your automated tasks, you know, automated and repeated tasks. You use the macro to, solve them. All right, so let me fill up some spaces here. All right, and all right, whatever it is. Now, basically, this is what I want to do. So if I have a task that says make some particular cells bold, probably there is a criteria for making it bold, and give it a background color of brown, okay, orange, and font color yellow, okay, then underline and italicized. Okay, so that, let's assume this is what I want to do. Now this is a simple task, very simple task, and this is because it's basic Excel. Now I can copy the formats using the format painter and paste it here. All right, now the same way the macro function can also do that, and can obviously do much more, so whatever is a task that is being repeated, you can use that. So what we are doing here is called static macro, and it is done with the developer tab. Let me show you how to get to the developer. From file, go to options. All right, and customize ribbon. All right, so you can see here my developer is selected. If I uncheck it, it would leave there, but it's selected, so you can check your developer as well. All right, so from developer you go to record macro. So once we press record macro, we have macro name here, or we can rename it cell edit. All right, so now you assign a shortcut to this macro, to the task. All right, so I'm going to apply W, small letter W, and that's because I'm I'm not going to be using Ctrl W in this session. All right, so where should the macro be stored? In this workbook description, you can describe it, but this is basically for you, it's not for Excel. So make data bold yellow, underlined, and orange background. All right, so this is for you, just a description for you. If you come back to this macro in a few days, so once I press OK, my macro starts to record. I'm going to have a stop button around here, and this record macro is also going to become stop macro, stop recording. All right, so okay, so you can see I have a stop. A macro is currently recording. Click blah blah to stop recording. Then here as well, this is stop recording. Now what I have done earlier is to place it where I want it to, where I want to apply the changes. All right, so I'm on B3, so going back home, so everything that I do now is being recorded. All right, so orange background, yellow fonts, bold, italicized, bold, italics, and underline. So this is basically all I did there, and once I am done, I can come down here to stop my macro, or again go to developer and stop macro. Now, so remember we've stored the process, this process we just did, we stored it in Ctrl W. So I'm going to put my cursor here and Control W. So you see that here, Control W, and you can go on and on. So the thing about macro is that you can't Control Z, so it's not going to work. So you have to be careful and know what you want to do. And in case you've done a macro, you save your file as something else so that you can retain your former data. All right. So basic Excel. Now let's see what we have here. Okay. So now, because it has a macro, you save your workbook with as XLSM. You're supposed to save it as an XLSM. That means an Excel with a macro. So the macro can be saved along with it. Then save. Yeah, it's going to prompt us blah blah. You do okay. Alright. Now that's not all what we can do with macros. Now here I can add where you okay insert. I can add controls here, or I go to insert here and add shape. So this round shape, I'm just going to put it here and right click on it and size blah blah. You can see assign macro. So I'm going to assign this cell edit macro and okay. All right. So I can call it macro. Oh, that's too much. Macro 1. So I'm going to reduce the font size to 5. Let's see what happens. Okay, 5. Okay, that's still much. 3. So you can see the macro one here. The macro one here. So if I should put my cursor in, somewhere else, click the macro one. So I wouldn't need the shortcuts. I can, with my mouse, I can just come anywhere and repeat my task. The task can be anything as long as it does not involve moving from one place to another. That's another type of macro, which is called relative macro, which will be explained later in this course. But for now, this is static macro. It's a beginner. It's a macro for beginners. All right, so you can walk around it. So thank you for staying around, and see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to follow Quiver Analytics on all social media as well. You can follow Quiver Analytics. Thank you. See you in the next video.